Welcome back to Hashtag That. I'm Eli Ehlers.
And I'm Zach Naffa. From the Super Bowl to Spider-Man, we're back with the latest entertainment news updates.
All that and more from Hamden to Hollywood, we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news. Actor Tom Welling has been arrested for driving under the influence. Welling is best known for playing Clark Kent on the Superman original TV show Smallville. He was arrested in an Arby's parking lot in northeastern California on January 26th. Welling's blood alcohol level was at or above 0.08% legal limit. He was brought into custody at around 2 a.m. and then released at 7 a.m. Welling is being charged with a misdemeanor citation. The 47-year-old is scheduled to appear in court on March 11. This is not Welling's first brush with the law. Although details of any prior incidents are not available, representatives for Welling have not yet released a statement regarding the arrest.
Rihanna showed her public support of boyfriend A$AP Rocky during his ongoing trial for the first time. The pop singer was present in the courtroom on Wednesday alongside Rocky's mother and sister. The 36-year-old rapper is accused of firing a handgun at A$AP rally back in November of 2021. Rocky pleaded not guilty to 2 felony charges of assault with a semi-automatic firearm. He faces up to 24 years in prison if he is found guilty. Rocky's defense team claims he had a prop gun to scare off others, and his lawyer Joe Tacopina says the rapper is licensed to carry in California. The two had previously been seen out to dinner the night prior. According to reports, Rihanna entered the courtroom through the back door and remained stoic throughout the hearing.
Every year, millions tune into the Super Bowl. Some watch for the football, some watch for the halftime performance, and some watch for the commercials. A popular chip company puts out an ad every year that is often one of the funniest, from a screaming goat in 2013 to a crazy time machine in 2014 and so many other funny moments. But this year, Doritos is changing it up. Last year, they renewed their Crash the Super Bowl campaign, having viewers submit ads that viewers then voted on. This year, there are 3 finalists, all comedy related, including a barbershop commercial, a Charades-esque commercial, and a Doritos abduction commercial. Only time will tell which of the 3 finalists will air live in front of over 100 million viewers staring straight into the television this Sunday.
The Kanye West and Taylor Swift drama has once again been reignited. The 47-year-old rapper and producer made a post on Instagram Saturday night thanking the Grammys for nominating his hit song Carnival for Best Rap Song of the Year. However, Ye also tagged Swift in the post and shared images on his Instagram story showing that he only followed the 35-year-old singer-songwriter on Instagram and X. The post prompted many users to comment calling West a, quote, bully and that he should, quote, leave her alone. The post and stories were both removed on Sunday. West and Swift's history dates back to the 2009 MTV Music Awards when he interrupted her acceptance speech of Best Music Video to claim that Beyoncé deserved the award. He later used her likeness in his music video for his song Famous in 2016 without her consent. Swift herself was up for 6 Grammys, including Album of the Year.
Spider-Man freshman year swung its way onto Disney Plus on Wednesday, winning over fans and critics. Here with her thoughts is Zoe Metzel.
Hey hashtag, it's Zoe. Disney Plus just released a brand new animated show, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Let's get into it. First off, the show takes place in a completely new universe outside the MCU. In this universe, as always, Peter Parker is a high schooler from Queens living with his Aunt May who wants to help out his community. However, in this rendition, unlike the MCU, Tony Stark is not his mentor, but rather famed Spider-Man villain Norman Osborn. The point in the story we start off at takes place very soon after the death of Uncle Ben, and Peter is just about to start his freshman year at Midtown Tech. We meet a lot of the characters throughout the pilot, but what got me right away is when the final scene starts, Alt J's Left Hand Free starts playing, just as Parker is walking through the halls back to his apartment. The writers threw in a great scene paying tribute to the live-action films by adding in an animated version of the exact scene from Captain America Civil War when we're first introduced to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I think making that parallel was a great choice and really served as a shout out to the fans who've seen the films we know and love. They introduced all new characters, switching out Ned for his new best friend Nico, who likes to keep him in check with her sarcastic wit. They also bring in Lonnie Lincoln, the star quarterback who's surprisingly down to earth and super smart, and he seems as though he'll have a major role in the show. And surprisingly enough, in this new universe, the love interest name is Pearl. So no more Gwen or MJ for this Spider-Man. Overall, I thought they did a pretty good job on the show. I like the animation, but I have to say I do like the style of the Spider-Verse franchise better. However, I can appreciate that this new rendition is trying to work in more diversity, whether it be some hinting at gay relationships or just the fact that Peter lives in the heart of Queens, which is one of the most diverse cities in the world. They even decided on introducing a black Norman Osborn and very subtly making Dr. Connors a woman. I love the fact that Marvel is breaking the norms here and changing it up a little bit with these characters, as it's much more natural and accurate to the surroundings that your average kid from Queens would be used to every day. It's very interesting to see what aspects of Spider-Man the writers keep in the show and what they reinvent. But I think so far Marvel has done an incredible job with these first 2 episodes, which are out streaming now on Disney+. Overall, I would rate the show 7.5 hashtags out of 10. I can't wait to see what's next for our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That's all for now. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
My name's Stacy, I'm 57, and I was adopted in 2020. One teen can come in and make you look at life in a whole different way.
You know, he's my father, so I look up to him a lot. If I can be 10% of the man he is, I'll be a happy person for sure.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
There is too much happening around the world right now. Here to answer my question of what in the world is Joe Flynn?
Thanks, guys. Some of us are a little too focused on the States, but I'm here to take us international. King Charles of the British royal family is set to feature in an upcoming documentary on Amazon. The documentary will focus on Charles' charity work for the global environment. It will also follow many of the topics he discussed in his 2010 book, A New Way Looking at Our World. This is also the first time a member of the royal family has partnered with an entertainment company based in the United States. Previously, it would be standard for members to partner with British-based companies when making an appearance on the big screen. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have also previously partnered with the US-based company Netflix for their docuseries. In 2022, however, their partnership began following their departure from the royal family. The world's most followed TikTok star, KB Lame, joined the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund as an ambassador. The Senegal-born content creator has amassed a following of over 162 million followers on TikTok and will be a goodwill ambassador for the organization. He amassed his following by creating entertaining short videos without speaking a single word. Because he didn't talk in the videos, it could be understood by everyone around the world, leading to his rise in popularity. In a statement expressing his gratitude for the position, Lame said, quote, "It's a true honor to be appointed as UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador and be part of an organization that puts children's rights front and center every day. From my own experience as a child, fearing poverty, struggling to find my passion at school, and losing my job during the COVID-19 pandemic, to finally finding my place and calling in the world, I know that all children can thrive when they are given a chance and opportunity," end quote. He has also stated that he is looking forward to continuing to inspire the youth in Senegal and is hoping that they will dream big. That's it for this week's What in the World. Back to What in the Desk.
It's that time of year again. The Bachelor just kicked off its 29th season, and here to give you a recap of it all is Nicole Giamatti.
Hi hashtag, it's Nicole here in the flesh. And unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably heard of The Bachelor, a reality television program that follows one man and 25 women as they try to win his attention and his heart. Not necessarily an outcome. This season follows Grant Ellis, who is booted off of Jen Tran's season of the spin-off series The Bachelorette. But now, Grant is back to do what he set out to do, and I'm here to give you a full recapaction of the premiere. As usual, the season opened with the ladies' unique introductions trying to pique his interest. And while it didn't come with a lot of drama, which is sure to come later, it did come with a llama.
Is that a donkey?
The llama in question belonged to Alex, who managed to secure the first impression rose, which Grant made glaringly obvious by walking past the rest of the women just to get to her. Despite this, Grant's first kiss was granted to Alicia, which was also witnessed by the rest of the contestants, as well as his sixth kiss with Zoe. Grant and Alicia's first kiss comes after, you guessed it, maybe, a trauma dump, which at this point is becoming a staple in Bachelor history. The first teardrops of the season go to Carolina, who got upset while talking about the very thought of her healthy parents passing away. Okay. Dina's trauma dump, however, was interrupted by the arrival of Grant's sister, who was willing to share some secrets about her little brother to anyone who would listen. But not before a few derogatory comments made by some contestants, which are sure to cost them a rose if Grant ever finds out. The end of the episode, which comes with a rose ceremony where we find out who's staying and who's leaving, is quite honestly disappointing. Tensions were high as multiple names were not called, with only a few roses being left. Grant decided to award roses to women who we barely saw him talk to, rather than ones we saw him make an actual connection with. Here to comment are some viewers, fresh from the premiere.
It was absolutely crazy. I hate Bailey. I hate the way she was taking pictures all night. I hate her hair. I hate everything about her. I like Bailey's hair, but it's not a bob. She keeps calling it a bob. It's pixie.
I don't like the crazy girl because her attitude. With the staring problem, I think her attitude's crazy. And then I like Allie Joe. I think she's gonna win or be top 3.
New Jersey girl, Allie Joe, is gonna get on my nerves, and I already don't like her. Llama girl has a good chance of winning, or at least being in top 3. I think Rose is gonna win. Juliana is gonna win, or at least be top 3.
I think Alicia is gonna make it far. She was the first kiss girl, and it seemed like they had a lot of chemistry.
What do you think of Grant?
Oh, I love Grant. Grant, I think he's a sweetie. He's cute. He's funny.
He's very honest. He's cute. So.
He's like a gentleman, and he's a cutie. He's cool. His sister is prettier than him, though. So, unfortunately. Justice for Janae!
As you can see, Grant's choices are sure to affect more than just the contestants. Bachelor airs Mondays at 9 p.m. with reruns on Hulu the next day. But I'll see you next time. If you'll accept the rose, of course.
With everything going on in cinema right now, I think we got to give the spotlight to Ryan Zayaks to fill us all in.
Thanks guys, there's so much happening with movies right now, so it's time to give you all the scoop. The recent Oscar nominations have ignited the annual awards season frenzy, and one film is clearly leading the pack, Amelia Perez. Garnering an impressive 13 nominations, this film has undoubtedly captured the Academy's attention. Hot on its heels are Wicked and The Brutalist, both securing a respectable 10 nominations each. Interestingly, a common thread seems to weave through this year's nominees: music. The Bob Dylan biopic A Complete Unknown has also made a strong showing with 8 nominations, further emphasizing the musical theme. As always, the lead up to the Oscars is a period of intense speculation and debate, with film enthusiasts and critics dissecting every nomination and predicting the eventual winners. Regardless of the final outcomes on Oscar night, the results are sure to spark lively discussions and fuel passionate opinions about the best films of the year. The sheer number of nominations for Amelia Perez, however, positions it as a formidable contender and the film to watch in this year's race. Christopher Nolan's upcoming epic The Odyssey continues to generate significant buzz, with new casting announcements seemingly arriving daily. The latest additions to this already star-studded project are Benny Safdie and John Bernthal. Safdie, who previously collaborated with Nolan on the critically acclaimed Oppenheimer, brings a familiar face to the director's roster. Bernthal, known for his compelling performances in various roles, adds further depth to the ensemble cast. These two actors join an impressive lineup that includes Tom Holland, Zendaya, Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Robert Pattinson, Lupita Nyong'o, and Charlize Theron. With such a constellation of talent attached to this film, anticipation for The Odyssey is reaching a fever pitch. As production progresses, we can expect a steady stream of updates and details to emerge, keeping fans eagerly awaiting this highly anticipated cinematic event. The combination of Nolan's directorial vision and this remarkable cast promises a truly memorable film experience. Daniel Craig reprises his role as Detective Benoit Blanc in Wake Up Dead, A Knives Out Mystery, the third film in Rian Johnson's series. A newly released image shows Craig alongside Josh Connor from Challengers, who plays a clergyman. Director Rian Johnson has teased that this will be Blanc's most perilous case yet. The impressive ensemble cast also features Kaylee Spaney, Andrew Scott, Glenn Close, Kerry Washington, Josh Brolin, Thomas Hayden Church, Jeremy Renner, and Mila Kunis. The Knives Out franchise has become a favorite among mystery fans, and the return of Blanc, combined with a fresh and intriguing storyline, has generated considerable excitement. Wake Up Dead looks set to continue the series' tradition of clever plots, witty dialogue, and outstanding performances, cementing its status as a modern classic in the genre. That's it for this week's Cinema Spotlight. We will be back after this commercial break.
Where did the time go? I don't know how I got here.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you!
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
We are taught you don't talk about your problems with nobody because you could get in trouble. And I've been through a lot. Anxiety, depression, sexual assault. When I decided to get help, my life changed. And the mental health box, that was one of the big tools. Accepting help means that we're allowing somebody to bless our life. It's freeing. We got stronger together. Love your mind.
After numerous teases, The Weeknd has finally dropped his newest album. Here to give his takes is Andrew Reynolds.
What's up, hashtag? I'm Andrew Reynolds here to break down The Weeknd's sixth and final studio album, Hurry Up Tomorrow. The album dropped just this past Friday and is the third album part of The Weeknd's most recent trilogy series, including After Hours, Dawn FM, and of course now Hurry Up Tomorrow. You may have noticed in the intro that I said this is The Weeknd's sixth and final studio album, which is true, at least allegedly. This new era has begun as Abel Tesfaye will now be putting out music rather than The Weeknd. Now to start getting into the album, we start off with Wake Me Up, the opening track, which is sampled from Thriller. We already heard at the Sao Paulo concert back in September. An absolute standout for me from that concert. And if you have not seen that concert, it's on The Weeknd's YouTube channel. Definitely check it out. Another standout track for me was Cry For Me, which is track 2. It really brings out that After Hours era with those dark, steep synths that you hear in the beginning of the track. That's something I really love from The Weeknd. You get those really high vocal pitches from him, which really juxtaposes from the beat and the music and the production. It's a really great song. I definitely recommend checking that one out. My last standout track is Without Warning, the second to last track on the album. This track reminds me of the single and, of course, the title track from After Hours. Obviously not as good as that song, the way that the beat switches in the middle and just takes away. The synths are incredible in After Hours. They're good as well in here, and the transition from the light vocals into that beat switch right towards the middle. And it's a great way to kind of go out on a really high note. Not that the last song Hurry Up Tomorrow, the title track, isn't good, but really, that's a really standout track, kind of similar to Dawn FM, where the last song, Being Less Than Zero, goes into Phantom Regret by Jim. A really great way to end the album on a high note with a really good song. Another thing to note is the transitions throughout the album. It really felt like when you listen to the album, especially for the first time, the entire track list is one song. The transitions are seamless, which is something that you really like to see. It kind of reminded me of when that first listen, when I listened to Metro Boomin's Heroes and Villains. My final thoughts is that this album, with recency bias, of course, is better than After Hours. I think with Hurry Up Tomorrow, you get a mix of all of the Weeknd styles, from as early as House of Balloons from the early 2010s up until most recently in early 2022 when he released Dawn FM, which really kind of sums up, of course, all of the Weeknd's discography when we move into the next era of just Abel Tesfaye himself. That's it for my review of the Weeknd's sixth and final studio album, Hurry Up Tomorrow. Curious to see what you guys think. I definitely recommend you listen to it if you have not yet. With all that said, let's send it right to commercial break.
With the Grammys taking place last night, it is only fitting that this week's discussion is Sound Exchange, and here joining us at the desk is Aaron Christensen.
Thanks, guys. You can probably guess what stories I got for you, but here they are. Starting off, the 2025 Grammy Awards featured unforgettable performances from some of music's biggest stars. Charli XCX delivered an energetic and bold performance of her hit Von Dutch, while The Weeknd made a powerful return to the Grammy stage with his captivating performance of Timeless. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars teamed up for a heartfelt tribute to Los Angeles with their emotional performance of California Dreamin'. The night also saw Doechii bring an electrifying vibe with Catfish, and Chappell Roan's powerful delivery of Pink Pony Club was another highlight. These performances demonstrated the wide range of talent showcased at the Grammys, celebrating both established icons and rising stars. There were plenty of other impressive performances that added to the excitement of the evening, with so many memorable moments. Which performances do you think had the greatest impact at the 2025 Grammys?
I'll let you go first.
Oh, you're letting me go first, Zach. You're so sweet. For me, I think it's got to be the Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars performance. You know, with what's been going on in LA, there's a lot of stuff going on with the wildfires and a lot of people that have sort of gone through the tragedy of it. So I think that just the touching, like, it sort of hit people's heartstrings, and I think that was a really good performance. But what do you have?
Yeah, I'm also going to go with the performance that Aaron mentioned. I'm going to go with Chappell Roan's Pink Pony Club performance. She claimed that it was a song that was kind of a love letter to LA. So again, still some of that Los Angeles vibe. I do agree that that was very touching, powerful tribute. But with Chappell Roan's performance, it was fun, it was fleek, and it was also inspiring for the LGBTQ plus community, you know, feeling a little more inclusive. So it had that LA touch as well as like that kind of uplifting, inspiring touch, very powerful. And also, as a huge Swiftie, I was very excited because Cam Saunders was in the performance as well, part of the Eras Tour, one of the backup dancers. So, you know, it was a personal favorite, and I think it was also one of the most powerful and impactful.
And one more thing to add, different performance, but Benson Boone's flip,
I do agree.
that was top tier. I just have to add that.
The flips they're getting a little out of control. Anyway, moving on. Beyonce made history at the 2025 Grammy Awards by winning Best Country Album for Cowboy Carter, becoming the first Black artist to take home the award in this category. The genre-blending album, which mixes country with pop, rap, and hip-hop, has sparked mixed reactions from both fans and critics. In her acceptance speech, Beyonce shared, quote, "I think sometimes genre is a cold word to keep us in our place as artists, and just want to encourage people to do what they're passionate about," end quote. While many are celebrating her win as a step forward for genre diversity, others question whether Cowboy Carter truly fits within the traditional country genre. This win marks a significant moment in the ongoing conversation about genre boundaries and artistic freedom. Beyonce's victory is being seen by some as a reflection of how music is evolving and expanding beyond old labels. Do you think Beyonce's win for Best Country Album was deserved, or should the award have gone to a more traditional country artist?
Yeah, so Eli, I think that it should have gone to either Chris Stapleton's Higher or Casey Musgrave's Deeper Well. Casey Musgraves did win Country Song of the Year. I just think that the reason why you have genre labels is to have music fit a genre, and I think Beyonce herself, she didn't think she was going to win the award given her reaction being called up for it. And while it can be debated if she deserved Album of the Year, I think that Cowboy Carter is that mix of genres, and so winning Album of the Year, I can accept that. But with country, the reason why is they're divided up to have certain genres, and I don't think it was fully country.
No, I completely agree with you. I have that written in my notes here. I think It was a good album. I just don't think that it really fits the genre of country, and I understand that like you want to be able to mix it all in a sense at the end of the day, but I just don't think it was a country album.
And I also don't know if Post Malone should have been up there as well, which...
Yeah, I agree with that. But thank you guys. It has truly been a pleasure joining you guys today, but unfortunately, that's all the time we have for Sound Exchange. I may be signing off, but don't go yet, as you'll still have a little more of these two after this short commercial break.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Yes. I do my best reaching out to my brothers and sisters in arms.
Have you ever asked for help yourself?
Most of us, we're not gonna admit that we need to help.
You don't have someone to kind of help you guide those thoughts. It can be really bad.
It's just a beautiful space when someone can trust you and say, listen, I need help.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. So if you want to talk to your kids, you have to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Game of Halftime Showdown with our host, EJ Gorman.
Hey guys, the Super Bowl is 6 days away, and I don't know about y'all, but I'll be tuning in just for the halftime show. In honor of our favorite show, we'll be taking a look back at some of the iconic moments from previous halftime shows. Question 1. This singer has performed at the Super Bowl 3 times, most recently in 2018. Which one is it? Katy Perry, Madonna, Justin Timberlake, and Future?
I know the answer to this one. Eli, what do you think?
Oh boy, this is bad that you're asking me first. I want to say Justin Timberlake.
It is C. Justin Timberlake. That's my answer.
Final answer?
That's my final answer.
Justin Timberlake.
That is correct.
1 for 1. Let's go.
The second question is, which two schools' marching bands performed at the first Super Bowl in 1967? A, University of Arizona and Gambling State. B, University of Michigan and Eastern Michigan University.
All right, Zach, I answered the first question first, so
You know what?
we got a 50-50 chance.
I'm going to go with B, Michigan, Eastern Michigan. You know, Michigan was a little more football back then.
I'll go with A just to change it up.
Correct answer is A, University of Arizona and Gambling State. Question 3. This artist began their performance at Super Bowl LI 2017 by jumping in from the roof of NRG Stadium. A, Sia, B, Katy Perry, C, Bruno Mars, D, Lady Gaga.
I want to say Katy Perry.
I believe it's Lady Gaga.
Is it?
It is Lady Gaga. That is
Katy Perry was 2014, also Patriots Super Bowl.
Okay.
Question 4. Super Bowl 2022 had the most expensive halftime performance in history. How much money was reportedly spent? A, 20 million, B, 17 million, C, 27 million, and D, 12 million.
I'll go with the 17 million. I think it was just shy of 20.
I'll go 20 million. We'll go A.
It was 20 million.
Almost went with the A.
Question 5. During Super Bowl 1993, this artist had first performance with more viewership than the game. A, Mariah Carey, B, Michael Jackson, C, Rem, D, U2.
I think it's D.
I also think it's U2 as well, D.
Yeah.
It is B, Michael Jackson.
Ooh. Makes sense.
Question 6. During Super Bowl 1996, this artist left their performance on the field via helicopter. A, Whitney Houston, B, Tina Turner, C, Diana Ross, or D, Cher.
I think Whitney Houston.
I was going to say Whitney Houston as well, so I'll go A as well.
It is C, Diana Ross.
Oh, wow. I shouldn't listen to you.
Question 7. What is your favorite Super Bowl halftime moment or performance?
Oh, gosh.
I'm going with Katy Perry just because I'm a Patriots fan. The first Super Bowl I really cared about was the 2014 one against the Seahawks, but I'll also go with the 2022 one in LA.
Yeah, I would love if the Cleveland Browns were in a Super Bowl, so I don't have one. Katy Perry's performance, that always brings back good memories, so I'll go with that one.
Thanks, guys. Well, I know we had a lot of fun today, but that is all the time we have left for this episode on Hashtag That.
Make sure to follow us on our social media accounts to stay up to date.
I'm Eli Ehlers.
And I'm Zach Napa. From the producers, talent, and everyone working hard behind the scenes, thank you for watching Hashtag That, and we will see you again next week.